are trapping our souls in the earth.
The dollar bill symbolism shows you this. If we translate these words from Latin, it says announcing the birth of the New World Order. Draw a 6-pointed star, you get ASNOM, which spells Mason. The word Mason means build. Building the New World Order. And here we see the ground or the earth. They're building the New World Order on the earth. The New World Order is a pyramid scheme with only a few elite people with true hidden esoteric knowledge, symbolized as light and the eye of consciousness. The rest of society will be hidden in dull, dark stone bricks, symbolizing heavy, weighed down consciousness. People who lack self-awareness and they are identifying with their heavy physical body and ego. Their aim is simple: to limit the human mind so that you do not figure out who you are, what you are. Keep your consciousness locked in a 3D state so you do not ascend from this plane. Everything this matrix does is to trick you into believing you are a physical being. So when you die, you are still addicted to the worldly pleasures and you will reincarnate yourself back to the...
Have you ever wondered why all the ancients used to hold canes? Canes we use today have rubber tips. Ancient canes used natural materials with metal handles and metal tips with a wooden pole.
The ground is electromagnetic.
These canes were used for grounding. The electromagnetic energy of the earth was connected to the body by grounding these poles. Today we use unnatural materials, which doesn't allow energy from the earth to transfer to your hand. These canes were not for fashion, they were used to ground. We have been disconnected from the earth. Rubber sole shoes were invented to disconnect us. The ancients even had grounding shoes. Everything today has just been inverted. We've never been so disconnected from nature.
Spiritual reason on why Buddha has a big belly.
The ancients spoke in symbolism.
The big belly represents breath work. We do not just breathe air.
We breathe consciousness.
When we stop breathing, our body shuts down, we lose consciousness. And breath work is the fastest way to raise your consciousness. Simply just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose for 5 minutes very deeply. Your 5 senses will heighten and you will feel so much better. Buddha with the large belly represents the engagement of the abdominal muscles during spiritual breath work, practiced for thousands of years to expand consciousness and promote healing. The next time you feel low energy, simply just do breath work. And if you want to connect to a higher consciousness, simply do breath work. It will cleanse your aura of negative energy. It's the fastest way to gain more energy. Have you ever wondered why Jesus is always depicted with 2 fingers crossed over together? This hand gesture is a symbol of the most powerful teaching in the occult and esoteric world. The world, the number 2 represents the inner world and the outer world. This is symbolized in Freemasonry as Boaz and Jachin pillars. The sun on the left, which represents masculine qualities, what we can see, the physical world, action, the physical body. And the moon on the right, representing what we cannot see, the internal world of emotions and thoughts. In another word, you could say the world outside the mind and the world in the mind. Jesus with the 2 fingers crossed over represents unity consciousness. But what is unity consciousness? Unity consciousness is the main goal of occultists and students. The Matrix has programmed us to live in a divided state of consciousness. For example, your intuition, your internal world tells you to create a business, for example, but your physical actions are going against this and scrolling on TikTok. In this state, we have no true power to create because we are all miniature creators. Unity consciousness is where our thoughts, emotions, our actions, and intuition are all working together as one force. We align our inner world with our physical actions. We act on only things we know that are good. In this state, you become a powerful creator. This also represents merging the left and the right hemispheres of the brain to gain a clear perception of reality, because truth emerges when the left and the right, the masculine and the feminine, are in harmony. Basically, in simple terms, it represents unity consciousness. This is why we see the eye in the middle of the 2 pillars. The eye is single.
Spirit guides are not guiding you. They don't exist. Your true spirit guide is actually within you, and this is your emotion. Every thought you think, every action that you've ever done is judged by your emotions. Your emotions tell you whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. In our hearts, we all know what is good and bad. Each one of us are encoded with God's law of love and care, and we're being guided through our emotional intelligence. Manly P. Hall teaches, every time you go against your soul's guidance of goodness, you destroy the electromagnetic field around your body, weakening your cells, your organs, and your body. We quite literally degenerate ourselves by doing evil and going against our heart, which is an electromagnetic vortex, producing an electromagnetic field around your body. This is why positive people have a powerful presence, a powerful aura about them. Spirit guides are not real. It's just the new age. Everything is within. Here's how I used magic to escape the prison of my old miserable life. Magic is not what you think. It's the power to hack your subconscious mind. Beliefs act like filters. They shape how you see reality. And whatever belief you hold, your conscious mind always seeks to validate that belief. For example, I always told myself I was a failure. That became my belief. And because I believed I was a failure, I only perceived reality through this filter. I saw failures in other people, in myself, in environments. All because my conscious mind was seeking to validate my belief. So then I flipped the script. I used visualization, meditations, and rituals to reprogram my mind to believe that I was successful and I could achieve anything. After a year of doing this, my mind now seeks anything in my external reality to validate my belief of that I am successful. If something bad happens in my reality, I no longer spiral. My old mind would have told me, see, you're a failure. But now my mind says, you can overcome this. You can achieve anything. That's the power of reprogramming your mind. It doesn't just change how you think, it completely changes your reality.
Why is it Madonna has this tattoo on her wrist? We even see this on our hands. This is the real meaning of hopscotch. This symbol is the Kabalistic Tree of life. It's a diagram that represents how consciousness turns into matter. Every object we see around us began as a thought in consciousness, then manifested down into the material world. Each circle is a force of consciousness. Malkuth is earth. Kether is pure consciousness, pure light, infinite potential. Our body is made in the shape of this diagram. All creation begins in the mind where the brain is, and then manifests down into the material world, Malkuth, the feet. Our feet touch the physical earth. Many well people study this tree. By learning these different forces of consciousness, we can use these forces of consciousness to bring things down into the material world. That's what we call Kabbalistic magic. Or you can use these spheres to ascend back up the tree for spiritual ascension. It's not a coincidence Adam adds up to 10, and Adam was the first person to be created in the Bible, because we are made in these 10 forces of God's consciousness. This is why we have 10 numbers. This is why the Hebrew language has 22 letters for the 22 pathways of this tree. 10 circles, 1 dat, hidden sphere, and 22 pathways, 33. This holds the secrets of 33, and even Christianity is linked to this.
Demons can control your life if you let them. Here's how to get rid of them. Demons are not external deities trying to manipulate your body and mind. They are aspects of your own psyche, hidden traumas, hidden belief systems, and suppressed aspects of yourself which secretly control the conscious mind and conscious actions. For example, if you felt lonely as a child, this emotion you felt of loneliness deeply impressed your subconsciousness. This feeling is still deep within your own psyche, and that feeling may be subconsciously, unknowingly controlling your actions today by trying to seek validation from others all the time. This may come across as big-headed or too needy towards people. It is not a demon, but a belief in your subconscious charged with emotional energy, unknowingly controlling your actions, which is leading to destruction and negativity in your life. Demons are your own aspects of your own mind. Demons are negative aspects of your psyche that secretly control you. You remove them by questioning your actions and figuring out where these actions are coming from. And these actions will be coming from old belief systems and traumas. You need to restructure them through affirmations, visualizations, and meditation to restructure and heal that belief and turn it into a more powerful one. And that's how you get rid of demons.
If that one hand movement can change the whole direction of the plane, now imagine the power of your attention and what thoughts you give attention to. That can shape your whole reality. Take care of your mind, people.
Less means be less you. Religion comes from relegare, to hold back. Religion is the same root word as relegate, which means to assign to a lower position. Relegare is a Latin word to tie back,
Because it holds you back from connecting with God.
it ties you back by making you believe, and belief is a lie.
Instead of believing God, we need to know God. To know something, you have to directly experience it. I know there is a phone in my hand. To know God, you have to experience God. We do this by meditation. By turning off your body, your thoughts, and emotion, you transcend your human identity. By rising above your mind and connecting with the source consciousness within you. This is why the ancient religions of the past was to know thyself. Religion holds you back from connecting with consciousness within you.
Scared rearrange is sacred.
They made you scared of all of these sacred symbols so that you think it's demonic and never figure out the truth. And the truth is simple. You are the builder of your reality. You are a miniature version of God, a creator.
Why is it Ronaldo covers one eye? We see this symbolism all over celebrities.
It represents the hidden knowledge.
The eye that's not covered up
Represents the eye that sees into the material world, the world outside of your mind.
The eye that is covered up in darkness represents the inner eye, the invisible forces of thoughts, emotions that control the material body. You are an individual, a physical body, and an invisible forces of energy, thoughts, and emotions. Most people are asleep, looking only outside themselves, not realizing there is a world inside of them, an energetic world inside their mind of thoughts and emotions. These invisible forces shape our external physical life. By mastering your inner world of mind and aligning your physical actions with this,
You can create anything you want in this life.
because your life is a materialization of all of your thoughts. This just represents they are aware that they are not the physical body, and they have gained mastery over themselves.
So they can create the reality that they wish. Because we are all builders of reality, constructing invisible forces into physical reality,
But most people are just stuck looking outside themselves.
and blaming everything else but themselves for the negativity in their life. If you want to change your reality, study consciousness and the mind. Your ego is your mind's perception of itself while being incarnated in a physical body. You had no ego as a baby, because the ego is a false character your mind has created through experience, beliefs, and emotional traumas. The system is designed to trap you in your ego. Just screenshot this and know the difference between the soul and the ego. You are not your ego or the body or belief or name or job. You have a physical material body, and inside you, you have forces of energy, thoughts, emotions, visualizations. These are not physical. You're an invisible being controlling a visible physical body. Your inner world of consciousness is either operating in hell, animalistic instinct states, or heaven. Jesus was never real. He is a state of consciousness, an ideal state that we need to cultivate within ourselves.
This is how I created my dream life in under 2 years. My dream life is simply just freedom. In order to create any reality, you have to understand the 3 forces that create reality. The first force of consciousness is thought. The best thing you will possibly do in your life is master your thoughts and only think and give attention to positive thoughts that align with your goal. Use your thoughts to believe that you already have the reality. The second force is emotion. Emotion is what you care about. Whatever you give attention to is what you care about. This is the Freemasons' G inside of the square and compass. Generative principle. You generate what you care about. Whatever you place attention to, whatever your consciousness focuses on, that's what you generate. It's about creating care for what you're trying to create. You are a mason. Everyone is a mason in the world. You are a builder, a force of consciousness that turns thoughts into reality. Whether you're initiated into Freemasonry or not, I am personally not. But we are all masons, all builders of reality. So now you have a thought, an idea, and you believe the idea is already true. You use your emotion to place your love energy on it, which is care. What you care about is what you will create. That's Genesis, generation. Then the third one is action. Simple. There's something called unity consciousness. The 3 must become one. What you think, what you care about, and what you act all need to be one, working together. When you act on your thoughts and what you care about, you will create that reality. You need to gain unity consciousness and actually act upon what you feel is good and what you think. And every day, compounding this unity consciousness towards your goal, you will create anything you wish.